Hey guys, it's me, the amazing gamer DJMC here. Um, this is gonna be a video about the PlayStation State of Play that we're getting this coming Thursday. Uh, s- uh, First of all, I am excited for it, but I'm not like getting my hopes high because they probably might not. I'm saying might, like this is like a maybe, but I probably should not get my hopes up because they probably might not show any Marvel's Spider-Man 2 related news. Like, they're probably still gonna be working on the game, and the game doesn't come out until the fall. So, if I would have to make a guess, maybe somewhere around uh either somewhere around September, October, or November is when we'll probably maybe get some Marvel Spider-Man 2 related news. Because think about it. Both Spider-Man games, Peter Parker's and Miles Morales, they both came out in somewhere around the fall months. Marvel Spider-Man came out on September 7th of 2018, and Miles came out on it's November, and I think the date was November 10th. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Plus, to be honest, because how big the sequel is going to be, because well, not only that it's gonna let us play both Peter and Miles in one story, because in Peter's game we only got to play as him most of the time in the game. I mean, yes, we did play as Miles, but that was before he got his spider powers. And technically, Peter's game was setting up for Miles becoming his version of Spider-Man. And then we got to play through Miles' game, and he got to try to experience how is it like defending the city on your own that Peter has dealt with for so many years of him being Spider-Man for at least a decade. Because I think if you've been an active superhero for 8 years, that probably makes it a decade if you think about it. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But I am curious, however, how like the game will treat Venom, like how the origin of the symbiote in the Insomniac Spider-Man universe would work. Because, okay, I want to talk about Venom 616 and Ultimate Venom from Earth 1610. So, main 616 Venom from the main Marvel universe, and then Ultimate Peter Parker Spider-Man's Venom from the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. Let's get some things straight. If they're going to do the black suit, that means the black suit would bond with Peter first, so that way Venom could copy Peter's abilities. That's understandable. Because that's how it does most of the time on most Earths, where Peter has bonded with the black suit. However, here's the small difference between Ultimate Venom and his main 616 counterpart. The difference is when 616 Venom is now with Eddie Brock, Eddie can manipulate Peter's spider sense to be no longer a threat to him. So, like, Peter cannot sense Venom around his spider sense. He cannot sense danger if Venom's around because they don't treat him like a threat because of how long Peter had the black suit for. So, like, Eddie is completely invisible to Peter's spider sense. Now, for Ultimate Spider-Man, here's the different story. And if you play the Ultimate Spider-Man video game on PlayStation 2, Xbox, or GameCube, whichever version you had at the time back in 2005, the game, it's basically fucking canon to the Ultimate Spider-Man Peter Parker comics at this point. It clearly is. Anyway, during one of the boss fights, or many of the boss fights, when you play as Spider-Man to fight Venom, Peter's spider sense still tingle. And the reason for that, because they hurt Peter's head so much, is because some piece of the Venom suit is still in Peter's bloodstream. That's why, because those little soup particles want to re-merge with Venom. So that's why later in the game, that's when Adrian Toomes injects Peter with another, I guess, sample of the Venom suit. That's why Peter turns into ultimate version of Carnage. And then after you beat that version, Eddie just straight up absorbs that and probably picks up the little soup particles that were inside Peter. So, and then when you have the final fight with Venom as Spider-Man, Peter's spider sense don't hurt his brain anymore in the final battle. So you can just went on hit after hit without worrying to be staying still because his spider sense was hurting his brain. Now, however, there's another concern about the Insomniac's version of Venom, the symbiote's weaknesses, because both 616 Venom and Ultimate Venom have one same weakness but two different alternatives. For 616 Venom, he hates loud noises, so like loud sonic weapons. Like, if you have sonic weapons, then that will stun the symbiote, and even you can use that to separate Venom from its host. Also, symbiotes are not fireproof. As long as they don't reunite with the host, just burn the sons of a bitches. Because symbiotes are sometimes parasites. Now, for Ultimate Venom, that's a different story. The fire thing will still work for Ultimate Venom, but loud noises doesn't cut it. Somehow electricity does. Like, Peter only wore the black suit in the Ultimate Universe for at least a couple of hours. But then the suit, how should I say this? It lasted out on Peter's dark memories of him catching the guy who murdered his Uncle Ben, because Peter was chasing somebody who just gunned down an innocent family's uncle, and that reminded Peter of his uncle, and then he had him by his jacket, and then he started to choke him and then turned into Venom. When Peter realized what he was about to do, the suit was trying to devour him. But then Peter jumps out, and then he lands on a power line, and let's just say the electricity, oh man, it did a number on the suit. Like, it vaporized it, and luckily Peter survived it because of his superhuman strength. So yeah, that depends on what version of them they're gonna go with in the story of Marvel Spider-Man 2. And not only that, I'm wondering, like, what if this version of Venom has a combine of all the weaknesses from the two different versions of Venom? Like, this version of Venom can have 3 different weaknesses. It can be weakened by loud noises, it could be electrocuted, and it could be burned. That would be a very unique choice for Venom in Marvel Spider-Man 2. I very might as well say that when I'm making this video about the PlayStation State of Play. So, yeah, again, I should probably not get my hopes up on it, because we might not see any Marvel Spider-Man 2 related news, but then again, I could be wrong. Still, I'm remain not like hopefulness, but maybe just don't hold on so much hope that they will finally release something, because at this point, they will release the update on the game when they can. Because I'm still gonna get the game day one. Pre-order it, of course. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I hope you guys liked this video.